I've been in the weight and diet industry for 30 years. I started off as a trainer for Jane Fonda. I trained in nutrition, and then I started to write books on a better way to be healthy and slim and fit. And I probably worked with thousands and thousands of people through my books and my programs, showing them a way to successfully have a body you like. When I had my own columns, and of course, because I've written so many books, people write to me all the time, and I see the same three issues come up over and over again. The first one is people who go, right, I'm going on a strict diet, no sugar ever again, no fries, no burgers. I'm going to diet my body into submission. I'm going to punish my body, and I'm going to force it to be something it doesn't naturally want to be. And you won't be surprised to hear that diets have a 98%, yeah, that's right, a 98% failure rate. That means they have a 2% success rate. You know something else? The longest time anyone can ever stay on a diet is 6 short weeks. So when you go no sugar ever again, no cookies ever again, I will never again have cake for the rest of my life, you're setting yourself up to fail. You cannot stay on a diet for more than 6 weeks if it's depriving yourself. Yes, you can become a vegan for the rest of your life, but that's a little different. A vegan says, I don't want to eat animals, I love animals, and I'm not eating them again. And they do it willingly. A dieter says, I love cake, I love pizza, but I'm giving them up forever, and I'm eating this kind of rabbit food that I don't really enjoy. So diets fail, and the reason they fail is they are too hard. When you restrict yourself and start to give up things, you miss them. And so dieting is never going to work. The only way you can ever succeed at changing your diet is by really wanting to do it. So a vegetarian wants to be a vegetarian. You can take sugar out of your tea, you can give up junk. But you have to really, really, really want to do it. When you go, I love burgers, I love Starbucks, I love lattes, and I love muffins, but I can't have them, you know what happens? You actually want them more. So deciding to ban yourself from things you love does not work. But you can find alternatives, and that does work. And I'm going to show you later on exactly how to do that. But I want you to understand that if you have a wish, a desire, and a dream to be healthy, to have health so that you look better, live longer, don't get sick, or to be slimmer or leaner or lighter, forcing your body onto a restrictive diet not only won't work, it'll actually make it worse. There were some studies done in the 60s by a guy called Ansel Keys, where he put people on a 1,000 calorie a day diet. Actually, I think it might even have been 1,200 calories a day. It wasn't that bad. And within a few weeks, they started hiding food and binging, because when you deny yourself something, by nature, you actually want more of it. So dieting doesn't work. People do this also with the gym. I'm going to punish my body. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to be there for hours. I'm going to work out. I'm going to do aerobics. I'm going to do hard weights. I'm going to make myself become leaner, lighter, slimmer, fitter, healthy. But I hate the gym. I hate running, but I will make myself do it. That also doesn't work, because when you do something you absolutely hate, you pay a price. And the third reason that people fail to reach their goal of wellness, slimness, health and fitness is they do it for the wrong reasons. I need to be a different shape to get this guy or girl to love me. I need to be a certain shape because magazines told me that's what I've got to look like. I need to look like this because I don't count unless I'm skinny with big hair. Or what about if you're big with skinny hair? Does that mean you don't mean anything? No, it doesn't. But when you look at magazines, they tell you how you should be. Very unrealistic. So if you're going to the gym, putting yourself on a diet to please someone else, to make someone love you, to get those envied looks at work. And you know, I've worked with so many girls in school where they compete to see who's got the smallest waist, who's got the smallest hole on their belts, and they become very competitive. And we now have all these things like the A4 challenge, the bikini bridge, the thigh gap, and we're doing it for the wrong reasons. We're doing it to impress someone else. None of these reasons will help you succeed in being healthy. You know what they'll do? They'll actually make sure that you don't succeed. And I'm going to show you how you can succeed and how it's easy. So when I began to work with people to get them to shift half their body weight, I would always teach them that you have to fall in love with exercise. So I've worked with many people, like a girl called Amy, who was always trying to punish her body. And so she did the classic yo-yoing, which is very common. I'm having burger and fries and ice cream. Now I'm on a diet, and all my diet is lettuce, fruit, salad, water. And when I lose a few pounds, I celebrate with burger and fries. And when I worked on Celebrity Fit Club, I found that all the celebrities after the weigh-in would go, oh, on the last day I'm having ice cream, I'm having pizza, I'm having chocolate. And I was, that's actually not a good idea, because you're punishing your body and then rewarding it. And of course, if you punish yourself, you have to reward yourself. They go together. I'm going to deprive myself of everything, and then I'm going to have a reward. It's like saying I'm going to shut myself away and work all weekend on my website. Then I'm going to have a big bucket of KFC as my reward. So when your mind is doing punish, 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 deprive, 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 it wants a reward. Have you met a vegan that goes, okay, I've been a vegan for a year, so I'm going to celebrate with a big steak? No, never. You don't meet vegans who say, you know, I've been a vegan for so long, and every now and again I have bacon as a reward, because they're not into the punishment. So you see what I'm getting at? You have to not punish your body. So what I did with Amy was to go, look, here's your body. It's actually a very nice body. Look at all the things it does for you. It does so many great things. And what you do is you hate it, you punish it, and you force it to do something it doesn't want to do. How about falling in love with your body, and instead of making yourself run, which you hate, do yoga, do Zumba, do dance and movement, do something you like. And of course, here's an interesting thing. It's called the 10 principles. When you eat the same thing over and over again, you like it. If you wake up and your breakfast is a chocolate cake and a hot chocolate with sugar, and your body will ask for that. And if your breakfast is a fresh juice, very quickly will ask for that too. So I showed Amy how not to hate herself, never to deprive herself, and how to see eating better and working out as actually a way of loving herself, loving her body by moving, because the body likes that, loving her body by giving it real food, because the body likes that too. But the biggest thing I taught Amy, I'm going to teach you right now, is to say, I have chosen to do this, and I've chosen to feel great about it. You see, when you look at the menu, you go, oh, look, they have pizza. Oh, look, they have macaroni and cheese. Oh, look, they have apple pie and cream. I love that, but I mustn't have it. Your mind starts to go, eat the pizza, eat the ice cream, because you're saying, I want it, but I can't have it. A bit like I see a lot of brides who go, you know, I'm getting married, I've got a dress that's too small, and now I'm on what I call the terror diet. I'm so terrified of walking down the aisle looking fat, but the terror is making me eat more cakes than I ate before, because they're back into the punishment. So what they do then is go, I mustn't have cake, I can't have candy, I'm not allowed chocolate, and they fill their head up with what they want. What works is to go, I can have cake, of course I can have candy, I can have chocolate. In fact, I've got 60 years to eat that stuff, but right now, I want to look good in my wedding dress. I want to look good in the beach. I want to look good in my underwear, or maybe with no clothes at all. And I'm choosing to eat better food, because then I'm choosing to feel the way I want to feel. Because here's the truth. If a cake could make you happy, if a chocolate bar could make you happy, don't you think it might have done that by now? Of course it doesn't work. One chocolate won't make you happy, so what's 10 going to do? So I'm going to show you how to have the health you want, the body you want, the shape you want. And it's very simple. First of all, you've got to use that word. I'm choosing this and choosing to feel great. I'm choosing to go to the gym and choosing to feel good, because here's the thing. There are more gyms, more health foods, more whole foods, more diets than ever before. And guess what else there's more of? More out of shape, more unhealthy people than ever before, because forcing your body to do what it doesn't want to do doesn't work. It makes you resist it. When you don't want to do it and you try to force it upon yourself, the resistance increases. When you say, I can't eat ice cream, I mustn't have ice cream, I'm not allowed ice cream, guess what you want to have? Yeah, of course, ice cream. So you cannot force health upon you. You can't punish your body. Here's what you can do. And this is easy. This is not force. It's not restriction. It's not deprivation. When you deprive yourself of anything, you actually want it more. The first thing to do is, it's more important to get good stuff in than to take bad stuff out. It's way more important to put in good food. If you put in good food 80% of the time, your body can cope with a bit of junk. That's fine. So remember 80-20. 80% of my diet is good and I can have a little junk. I tried for so long, no sugar, never sugar, and it didn't work. Then I started to go, you know what? I'm going to have sugar one day a week, usually on a weekend. And if I picked that one day, that made life easier. Go, well, I'm going to a party at someone's house and I may have a little dessert, or that just worked better for me. I wouldn't always have the same day, sugar only on a Sunday, because guess what I'm doing? I'm making it restrictive again. So if your diet is great 80% of the time, if you put the good stuff in, then you can cope with a bit of bad stuff. And here's something else. If you ate an olive every day for 10 days, if you hate olives by day 11, you want the olive. And you take sugar out of your tea. When you stop drinking stuff that's artificially sweet, eventually you don't like it, but you gotta keep going. You can't do, oh yeah, I took sugar out of my tea, I didn't like it. I switched from Coke to water, I didn't like it. You've got to give yourself at least 10 days straight, sometimes more, for you to like it. And here's another thing while we're talking about liking it. Like exercise. Go to Zumba first, because Zumba was designed to make you fall in love with movement. And then try walking. Then try a little bit of yoga. And then you'll find that your body's starting to like movement. And then you can go to the gym and go, wow, I've noticed I do like moving. I do like exercise. Don't go to the gym. But it's having a heavy weight class and go, God, I hate this. It's painful. Find something you like first. And here's one more thing. You know, years ago when we were living in tribes, we would always remember where sugar was, because that's how we survived on the planet. If we found honey, we would keep going back. If we came across ripe mangoes, we'd go back until they were all gone. Nature actually wants you to remember where sugar is and to go back for more, which is a very good reason to not keep it in your house. Nature also wants you to feel hungry when you're around food, because in tribes, when we didn't have shops, when somebody brought food home from a hunt, we all wanted to eat it, because we didn't know when we get it. We didn't go, I know I'm not in the mood for antelope today, I think I'll pass. Because Daisy would go, wow, what an idiot, I should have eaten the antelope. We're hardwired to remember where sugar is. We're hardwired to want to eat food if it's in our line of vision. So do not keep little dishes of cookies and chocolate and potato chips on your coffee table. You'll want to eat them. Alcoholics don't keep alcohol in the house if they're stopping drinking. People who stop smoking don't keep a packet of Marlboro Light on the coffee table. They understand if I can see it, I want it. And thirdly, too much variety makes you want more. And fourthly, there is no food in nature that is a combination of fat and sugar. We have fat like avocados and nuts and oily fish, and we have sugar in the form of sugary fruit and honey. But we don't have sugar and fat together. The only food that is a combo of sugar and fat is breast milk. And food companies spend a lot of time and money and effort trying to give you the bliss point, the perfect combo of sugar and fat, but it's actually very unnatural. Fat is your best friend, sugar isn't. Eat more fat, eat avocados, eat oily fish, eat nuts and seeds, and have sugar only in the form of fruit. And remember, sugar is your enemy, fat is your best friend. So if you just remember, don't punish your body, work with it. Don't deprive yourself, deny yourself, and force yourself to be healthy. Instead, find something you love, like Zumba, like yoga, like making your own stuff with a NutriBullet. Remember, if you have a healthy diet, 80% of the time, you will be healthy. You will live longer, look better, and feel good, because feeling good does not come from punishing your body and hating it. It comes from loving yourself. You know, I'm going to do yoga because it's self-love. I'm going to drink water. It's a way of loving my body. I'm going to juice and NutriBullet because it's a way of giving my body good stuff. And then you become one of those people who actually does like the gym, does like running or walking, and does like healthy food, because you didn't force it upon yourself. You saw it as an act of self-love. And that's all it can ever be, loving yourself enough to say, I'm not eating donuts and hot dogs because they're just chemicals. I'm eating nice food because I love my body. After all, you have one body, and you expect that body to look after you, to keep you well for a long, long time. If you want your body to look after you, you've got to look after it back. But here's a wonderful thing. When you do one nice thing for your body, be that Zumba or yoga or juicing or drinking water, if you do just one nice thing for your body, I promise you, your body will do so many, many, many nice things for you. Instead of feeling guilty and bad and hating yourself, you feel great because you're allowed to make a mistake. You're allowed to eat a bit of cake. What you're not allowed to do is to punish the amazing body you were given and to hate it. So I hope you enjoyed this talk. Love yourself. See being healthy as a way of self-love, which makes your life better. And send me some pictures. I met a guy recently, I lost 100 pounds just from listening to you. I was literally dying of obesity. I tried everything. Nothing worked because I hated myself. But when I read your book and I realized I could talk to myself differently, everything changed. It was a game changer for me to read your book, and 100 pounds just left me. And that's what happens when you love your body instead of beating it up, hating it, and punishing it. You're not supposed to punish your body. You're supposed to celebrate it and be nice to it. And then it will be really nice to you. Send me your pictures. Keep in touch. Love to share your success with you. See you soon. Check out my next video here. Look at your beliefs now. Write them out. What's pleasure? What's pain? Look at your beliefs that conflict. I've got a conflicting belief. Food makes life better, but I'm going to restrict and limit how much I eat. I've got a conflicting thought. Diets are so boring. People who are on a diet are even more boring. I never want to be one of those diet bores. Now you have a conflicting belief and a conflicting thought